Galatasaray did not commit the sins of the past today. They learned from what happened last weekend, came out much more focused with a less experimental lineup, paid off with a 3-1 victory over Alanyaspor. It was a lovely game to watch. We led 1-0 at halftime through Sacha Boey. Boyd already scored one, but it was offside, so they couldn't take the second one away.
Yeah.
Boey has been a nice pickup, Serkan, don't you think?
Yeah. Did he play as a right back or an attacking midfielder?
He played his right back. So Singo played Sanchez's position, and then Sanchez played in Abdul Karim's position. Abdul Karim did not play. Then Aaron started, and then Bowie started. And so
Because he
Abdul
moved
Karim didn't.
inside attacking midfield area a lot.
He did. He likes to attack, and he's a little bit more effective than Aaron. Does the same thing, but he's not as good as attacking as Sacha. Bless Aaron's heart. He tries to pass, and he wants to be an offensive player so bad. He really does. It's just not working out for him.
No, even that capable.
So we led 1-0 at halftime. So that was nice. The goal came very late. Then we start the second half. We don't play hardly any time. And for whatever reason, Aaron decides to defend on the inside instead of the outside, lets the pass come right in, and now the game is tied. So that was kind of a drag. But we were playing really well. The offense looked much more dynamic. We were moving in and out. Lang looked good. Sane looked good, moving in and out. Just because they're not scoring doesn't mean they don't look good.
I have an objection.
And so we'll go ahead. I thought the offense looked good. We just weren't scoring. Again, Barish can't finish some of those last passes that you need. Even Osimhen didn't want the ball. He got the ball more. He didn't score, but he finally did at the end. But we'll get that. Tell us about your objection, Sir Khan.
Well, first of all, I was expecting this kind of performance from the team. After playing 120 intense minutes in a Champions League game, with almost no rotation, a drop in the performance was kind of like inevitable, right? We all agree on that. But we cannot explain this solely by fatigue. Yes, the players were dribble passed easily. Yes, we made so many passing mistakes. But this is also psychological because after a Champions League game, players may feel mentally drained, and that's completely normal. And I want to open a parenthesis. So here's my objection. I want to open a parenthesis for Sane and Lang. I'm going to disagree with you. They show that they're not our ideal wingers. Sane made so many passing mistakes, and lose a lot of balls in midfield.
But you love Sane. You wanted to
I
start
love him. This has
Juventus.
nothing to do with me not loving Sane, right? I love him. He's a great player. Lang is a guy that's good in tight spaces. We did not see that performance today, right? We also suffered from the lack of midfielders on the bench. I don't want to go back and talk about the transfers that we should have made. I know what you're going to say. I don't want to talk about it, okay? But
you
our
always talk about it.
midfielders looked so drained.
Because they are.
Okay, who is coming from the bench? Answer that question.
So the problem, we have players on the bench. They don't come into the 83rd minute.
Who's that player? Tell me.
Asprilla came in.
He's not a central midfielder.
But he's a midfielder.
He's an attacking midfielder or playing as a winger.
He looked great. Khan didn't play. I don't know why. I don't know. We have them. They're just not playing. And guess what, Sir Khan? The transfer window is closed. So no more defensive midfielders are coming.
That's what I said in the beginning. I don't want to go back to the transfer window and talk about the transfers that we should have made. Well, a part of a part of it maybe explain us playing attacking football today. Uh, but we were late to run back into our area of the field, right? We all agree on that. And that's because Torreira was tired. Tara was tired. Those guys played over 90 minutes on Wednesday. So you don't expect much from those two guys. And then Lamina came from the bench again. He's almost 33 and he did his best, but again, we were not in our best shape in terms of our performances in midfield.
And so that's why you don't hear me saying anything negative about the team. I'm not going to. They played all those minutes. The last time they played Juventus and beat them in regular time, they laid a big stinking crap poop on the field, right? This time they lost, but they went through, played an extra half an hour on the road, had to travel back, and they looked night and day today versus last weekend. Their energy level was higher. Their focus was higher. They looked like they wanted to be out there. Now, I know we were home and not on the road, but we were really on the road last week. We were in Istanbul. So I just think some people are saying, well, Okan's a bad coach. He can never learn. I don't know. They looked much more focused and much more energetic today.
I have given them the credit. In the beginning, I said I was expecting this kind of performance from the team. That's what I said at the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this was not a surprise for me. So I'm
Is
not
that all?
complaining about how we played. I'm
Is that
complaining about the lack of transfers, and I'm complaining about the quality of our wingers. I mean, they're great players individually, like,
Mhm.
but they did not perform well today. So they're not our ideal wingers as of today, as of now. It may change
Today?
tomorrow,
Today?
right?
I thought Lang was a great winger in the first Juventus game.
Well, he played okay.
So that's the thing. We can't take these things too seriously. Every player isn't going to play the exact same way at the exact same level every game.
Absolutely, I
They're
agree.
they're just not. Some days, as people, we wake up, we feel great. Some days we wake up, we feel like crap. That's just the way it is. Players are no different. Barish, he looked better. That ball he ran down, that's my Barish. That's my Barish. And so overall, I thought it was a great performance considering where we are.
Absolutely.
And so it's 1-1. Then we go into the second half, and my favorite moment that in months, Torreira scores. Then he runs and jumps into the crowd. I love it. This is why I love going to games. This is why if you can go, you never know what you're going to see. Can you imagine being those fans? And they're sitting there cheering Torreira. Next thing you know, he's jumping like into your lap. I mean, it's just amazing, amazing. And what great fans we have. He comes out, nothing happened to him. His jersey's not ripped. Just beautiful moment, beautiful
Yeah.
moment. It's why we love the team and the players. And again, so Osimhen had been looking for a goal. Shout out to our Nigerian fans, by the way. Thanks for watching. Um, we, we love Osimhen. He'd been looking for a goal. He couldn't find it. And then classic Osimhen. Classic Osimhen. What was the keeper do? Does he not see him there?
This has happened like 5 times in the past 2 months.
I know. I know.
Copy paste.
If if you're a coach for a team and you coach the goalkeepers, aren't you going to show him this tape and be like,
Just
if
play
he's
it
here,
alone.
yeah, kick it in the air. Do not kick it on the ground. I'm watching, and I couldn't believe what I saw. I had to shake my head. And so Osimhen played a great game, had a goal and an assist. Icardi did come in late. Asprilla came in late, had a couple great balls, some fancy footwork. I want to see, God, I hope we see more of him on Tuesday. And oh yeah, fun fact, we play Alanyaspor today And then we play them again on Tuesday in the Turkish Cup. I can't remember that happening.
Well, we guaranteed our spot in the Turkish Cup, right?
I think so, yeah, because we have like 9 points or 12 points, something like that.
Yeah.
And
I
so
want to see
this,
Niega. I want to see Niega, Sprilla, John.
where's Armando?
He was not on the bench today.
No, I haven't seen Armando.
Do
Maybe
we know what
Armando.
happened? Do we know what happened to Shalai?
Well, I think he was tired because he was the one player that didn't rest last week.
Okay. Hopefully that's it.
Yeah, because he was the only one that played against Kasha Pasha, then played again in both Juventus games. So I think it's just time for him to rest. That was that. But yeah, maybe we can see some of the young players on Tuesday. And then shout out to our a watcher of the show, John. John had a lot of passive league issues, like lots of people do, and they don't go to a game for 13 years. But John got all of his passive league issues worked out, and here's him and his dad at the game today. I think their first game in the stadium or in 13 years or something like that. So that's super cool. And we broke our 2-game losing streak, which is a lot for us. We usually don't have 2-game losing streaks. That is not Galatasaray style. And so we increase our lead to 5 points. Fenerbahce goes to Antalya tomorrow. And if you haven't seen, they have lots and lots of hurt players. They're kind of like how we were back in October, November.
Yep. October, November.
Skinner's out. The keeper's out. Who else?
Skriniar is out. Ostergold, I think he came back today. Ederson is traveling with the team, and Chala is out.
Mm-hmm.
There's one other player that was out. I forgot who.
Yeah, there's 6 of them.
Talisca.
Talisha, yeah. Yeah, so they're missing both their strikers.
Well, Alanyaspor, I think they're 2 points above the relegation zone, if I'm
They
not
are.
mistaken. So they're gonna fight for a point, but
If you smell blood, you gotta go for it.
yeah.
So we get our 3 points today, a return to form. We should see a youth movement on Tuesday in the Turkish Cup because we don't need the points, and that's to me those are so much fun to watch. So
Yep.
much fun watching the youngsters just run around and do their thing.
Mhm.
And so then we have Liverpool and what?
Besiktas. So we're gonna
Yeah.
play the Besiktas.
Well, so let's talk about this. So Liverpool plays on a Tuesday or Wednesday. The Premier League is like, they have like 5 teams in the Champions League, right?
Yeah.
So they're not playing that weekend. They're playing like on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to play 4 days later against Besiktas and then go play Liverpool. So Liverpool's getting 4 days extra rest than we are.
Yeah.
I don't see how can the TFF let us play Besiktas on Saturday, then Sunday, Monday, 3 days later you're playing Liverpool.
So
It's 2 days off. It's 2 days off.
Yeah,
You
we're
only get
gonna be playing on Tuesday, then the next game is gonna be on Saturday, and then we'll play Wednesday or Tuesday? Tuesday, that's
Tuesday.
right, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We'll
Liverpool's
play
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
That's 2 days.
It just looks like we have no other options other than playing on Saturday because, well, maybe they can just postpone that game to another day.
Who is it? Who's the French club in the PSG? I think PSG had their match. It's just got kicked away. They'll play it when they can. That's what they should do.
Mm,
That
We're talking
if
about TFF, so we don't expect much from TFF.
I'm saying it's what they should do. The message I sent out to somebody today was, this is what should happen. Now, will it happen? I have no confidence in that, which is bizarre to me because you think they would want, if you've got a team in the final 16 of the Champions League, any federation, you should want them to be in the best shape possible.
It's all about the coefficient points.
Exactly. If us and Samson Spor can like go another round, we've already moved up and distanced ourselves from the team behind us. We're catching up to I think it's Belgium,
Holland. So
Holland.
Holland is
And
number 8 and Belgium is number 9.
no, we're 9.
Sure, I think we're that's oh yeah, you may be right. Yeah,
And Holland has no teams left in Europe.
it's an advantage.
And so you would think the TFF would then say, hey, we want them to be as rested as Liverpool. Let's postpone this Besiktas game. I mean, it's a derby, but who thinks Besiktas is going to contend for the title? That door
Well,
closed a long
forget
time ago.
about that. Fenerbahce fans want us to play the Göztepe game on the 18th. I'm not
Why?
joking.
Why?
Don't ask me. That's what they're saying. They're like, we don't understand why TFF is canceling or postponing your game on the 18th. We're like, okay, we'll have a Champions League game on the 18th. So what are we supposed to do? Like, come up with 2 different 11s and send one team to England and leave one here at Istanbul?
No. No, you follow the Fenerbahce model. You field the U19s. That's what they would do. They'd field the U19. Now, if they get behind, they might not play the whole game, but that's what they would do. That's what they think we would do. But yeah, everybody's against us. Everybody's saying Liverpool's going to win. The TFF doesn't want us to win 4 in a row. Everybody's trying to bring us down. We're not going to let them. We say Hedef Yirmi. We say Hedef Arupa. They're not going to bring us down. They are not. Tell them to just keep talking. We're just going to keep winning. Keep winning, Serkan. So, great win today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed all this fun Gym Bomb talk, give us a thumbs up. If you watch a few of these, you might want to subscribe. I'm just saying. And we'll see you again next week. And Hadi in Buke, Gym Bomb.